What's starting to happen is that communities don't understand why they need a data center, for example. And instead of having a plan or an approach to identify what their needs might be for this type of digital infrastructure, they're saying no to these developments because they don't understand them. I'm Ilissa Miller. I'm the CEO and founder of iMiller Public Relations. We are at the Infrastructure Summit 2025. This is our 6th event, and iMiller Public Relations is the event partner. So with OIX, we have been focused on standards for data centers, for edge data centers, for internet exchanges. OIX is the OIX Association. It is a certification and standards body, and there is a new initiative helping municipalities, city planners, economic developers understand what digital infrastructure is and what that means for their communities and what that means for growth in their communities. So we started something called the Digital Infrastructure Framework, which is meant to be a guidance document for these city planners, economic developers, in the form of master planning, so that when they are working on their master plans for their community growth and development, they can consider digital infrastructure in that process. They're fearful maybe about, the power consumption and the energy use that they have, or the water consumption. And there's a lot of fear mongering out there, but digital infrastructure, right? The future of everything, of technology, requires us to have fortified infrastructure, whether it's fiber optic networks, cell towers, or data centers. And not all data centers are created equal either. So understanding what that is, what that needs, and how that impacts community development is super important. Yeah. And if communities are pushing away digital infrastructure developments, then these companies, they're going to be forced to relocate. These communities and these city planners who don't yet understand how to integrate digital infrastructure in their future planning are going to be provided some guidance through this framework that we're working on at the OIX Association. We have a committee of about a dozen participants who are working on the research, on the content, on the specialists. We have 3 different areas of folks that are involved in the digital infrastructure framework. Our goal is to get something to market in the spring of 2026, at least a guidance document to start to socialize around. For our industry, the digital infrastructure industry, I'm calling it a Stop the No campaign. And I'm calling it that because it's not that I want city planners or developers to only say yes. That's not the intent. But to slow down and think about how technology and innovation is affecting all communities, because at a minimum, you need digital infrastructure for government services, right? You need to be able to pay your taxes online. At a minimum, you need to support existing businesses in your communities, whether it's hospitals or law firms, accounting firms, so on and so forth. They're all using technology. And so getting a better handle of understanding how they're using technology, what kind of growth they're expecting from their community and development planners, and how are you going to sustain that is really important. For community planners, I'm looking for it to be an empowerment effort for them. Nobody has yet provided them guidance on how to plan for and negotiate with companies who are looking to invest in these communities from a digital infrastructure standpoint. And so if we can empower them to know what they have and go to that negotiation table to ask specifically for what they want and what they need in their communities, then that helps to level that playing field, and they're no longer, beholden on these companies that are coming to them, but they know exactly what they need and they want in order to proceed. If you have expertise that you would like to add to this, if you have a perspective that you would like to add to this discussion and this conversation, we welcome your input. This is not meant to be telling communities and planners what to do. It's a framework. It's guidance to help them shape how they think about this for their future. And we need all the experts that we can get. And so please feel free to reach out to us. You can email us at difc@oix.org. That's the Digital Infrastructure Framework Committee, difc@oix.org.